the hard disk partition divided into 4 blocks. Okay, so the hard disk partition divided into 4 blocks. What are those? What are those and what it will contain? We will see in this slide. Okay, so the first block is see this here, this diagram. The first block is data block, second is inode block, third super block, fourth boot block. Okay, fourth boot block. Okay, see, like in a hard disk, if you one second, if the system is Linux operating system, if the system is pure Linux, I'm talking about pure Linux, not virtual Linux. Okay, if the system is pure Linux OS, okay, at that time hard disk partition is divided into 4 blocks. One data block, second inode block, third super block, fourth boot block. Okay, now see what data block contains. Normal files, folders. Those and all will store in data block. It contains files for directories. Okay, if you create any file that is present, that will store into this block, this data block. Okay, this block. Now second block, inode block. What it contains. Okay, before discussing about this inode block, we know, right, when we create a process by using fork, one block will create PCB block, right? What it contains, you may remember this thing. What it contains? It contains information about the processor, CPU state, PID, like that, right? Every processor have one block, PCB block, right? So like that, when you create a file, when you create a file, at that time one block will created. Okay, one block will created that contains information about the file, okay, that is present in inode block. Okay, that is present in inode's block. And one more thing I want to tell you, like I think this instruction, this is enough about inode block. Okay, like that. In process manager we see if we create fork, what will happen? PCB block is created. So similarly, when you create any file, any folder or anything, if you create anything, automatically one block will created. One block will be one table. It's a table, inode table. Okay, so inode table. Okay, so those tables are present in this block. Next, third block. What is third block? Super block. What it contains? Super block. It contains file system information. Okay, what is file system? We discussed file system. It means rules and regulations. Okay, so what are the rules and regulations? That kind of information is present in super block. That kind of information is present in super block. Last block is boot block. Boot block, what it contains? It contains information about the booting process. It contains, the boot block contains information. It contains information about the booting process. Booting or booting process, anything you can say. Okay, it means where the operating system is stored, how to load the kernel into the RAM, what are the steps to follow during setup. Okay, this all information present in boot block. Okay, this all information present in boot block. Okay, I think is it clear?
Love our content? Hit subscribe for more awesome videos. We'll see you in the next one.